Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Cardano update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. So I've been to Cardano, guys. We're here on the 3-day chart. Wanted to start on the zoomed-out higher time frame look, where we can kind of get the basis of price action here from this higher time frame trend line, which is kind of like the midline of price action going all the way back here to 2019, where we found support here, flipped as resistance, came back up here in the beginning of 2021, where we flipped and held this level of support before having our nice push up here. And then if we zoom in a little bit more further on price action here, you can see where we had one of our most recent capitulation candles right here, where we essentially went all the way from $1.77 all the way down to 89, 90 cents right here, right on to that higher time frame trend line. And then we came over here further after having a nice pop off there, kind of went some sideways action, came down, lost that level of support here, and flipped it as resistance before finally getting back above that trend line, trying to hold it as support once more, failed to do so, flipped it as resistance, potentially try to back test it there, and then fell into this lower time frame descending broadening wedge pattern that I had posted for y'all on Twitter with a breakout here where we kind of formed this lower time frame triangle inside of it, kind of rode that level of support here before now, where we just most recently created this essentially flat line of price action. Do y'all see that here, where we essentially just went flat here? Okay, and that was actually good to see right here, because what we were doing is just holding this level of support here, which never came down and tested this previous low right here, guys. So that was actually really good to see for Cardano, where we just kept holding this level, never coming down and giving this low a test, or even more so breaking that low. So that was good to see here, and that's kind of helped push Cardano up here, breaking through the support and resistance box right here, and now pushing back up towards that higher time frame trend line, guys. So there, as far as a long here, it's kind of hard to jump into a long on Cardano here, guys, because you're just chasing these green candles right here, where we're starting to get overextended on nearly every time frame. I mean, if we go to even out to the daily time frame here, we pull up the oscillators. I mean, it's just so overextended on the RSI. It doesn't get up this high too often, other than that peak right here in August of 2021. We don't get up this high on the oscillator too often. Two, maybe 3 times over the past year. So this doesn't happen every day. 2 or 3 times over the past year that the oscillator on the RSI on that daily time frame gets this high, guys, and that's on multiple time frames. We go down to a 12-hour chart, we're extremely overextended here. We go down to an 8-hour chart, extremely overextended. 4-hour, same story, guys. We're getting very overextended here. And then even if we get down into like a 1-hour chart here, guys, you can see how we're still overextended here, but we're now also starting to create that bearish divergence here, guys. Y'all see that we're creating these higher highs in price, right? These ascending levels of higher price action, but on that RSI, we're creating those lower highs here. Same story on the market cipher, guys, where we're creating those lower highs on the market cipher here, while price action is ascending in its level, right, in those higher highs right here, guys. So really for Cardano, what I am looking for is a potential short opportunity, guys. And where I think that could potentially come is the optimal entry would be coming up and getting a short off this higher time frame trend line potentially. As it stands right now, I don't know if it's going to make it up that high, because we're already so far overextended on price action that I don't know if it can make it that high. So what I like to do is pull up my EMAs here and kind of see where we're running into resistance here. So on the 4-hour chart, where you can see we're getting extremely overextended from these EMAs, and anytime we do that, right, then we have to come back and retest those levels. Like similar, when we come down here, we get so far overextended from those EMAs, right, where price action was way down here and those EMAs were up here, right? We have to come back up and test these EMAs. We have to get back into those EMAs here. So similar situation here. So we're above those right now. Let's go into a 12-hour chart. So you can see on the 12-hour, we're now running into and now breaking that 200-day EMA right here. Sorry, the 200 EMA right here on the 12-hour chart, guys. That 200 EMA in this dark blue line, where you can see this has acted as resistance. And we've never really broken above that level ever since November, guys. We had this quick spike up right here, which could potentially be something that we see again right here, but you can see we've already had one close. Now working on our second close on this 12-hour chart here, which we never really did right here. We had a quick spike up and quick spike down, guys. So if we go out to that 1-day chart, you can see where that 200 EMA on this 1-day chart here is now right in confluence with where that higher time frame trend line is at, guys. And now we're breaking through that 100. So you can see how these act as resistance, guys. So again, there's not a clear short opportunity. Maybe right here off these highs right here, this could be a potential short opportunity right here, guys. We're kind of right there is where that could potentially come in. Those are where those 1-day candle bodies were closing right here, and that's right at approximately $1.20. You could potentially have a short opportunity right here, and that top level, that high that we would have to break is right there, and that's at approximately $1.26, a little bit higher than $1.26, guys. So I could expect some type of rejection for Cardano, kind of right in this range of $1.20 to $1.26. If it were to absolutely keep on breaking through this, it's going to be extremely difficult because, like I said, guys, we're already so overextended, especially on those lower time frames, that if we were to break this box, I don't see us breaking this higher time frame trend line because we have that 1-day 200 EMA, which is going to act as heavy resistance. And then on top of that, guys, we have the higher time frame trend line here that is right in that same area that is also going to be acting as heavy resistance, guys. So I think coming up here, and if we were to shoot straight up, that would be at approximately $1.33 or so. So I foresee that this move that we have going on right now, the absolute maximum that we could see for that is right about that $1.33, $1.34 mark, right around there. I think coming up and doing anything higher than that would be just extremely difficult without at least getting some type of, retracement first, right? Where we, come down, maybe test this level again down here, right? Utilize this box as support that we never back tested as support, right? We just blew through this level, never came down and back tested it as support here. So I could see, if we do get, rejected sometime soon here, we come back down, maybe test this level of support down here, right around back at $1 or so, before we try and come back and, test higher levels for Cardano. And that would obviously be dependent on the market and what other market conditions we have, a total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, and etc. But that's what I'm looking at on Cardano right now, guys. I'm not really looking to try and jump into and chase these green candle guys. I'm more so looking for a short opportunity. Like I said, we have all these daily candle closes right here off this previous high. And then we have that higher time frame trend line as well. So, put these levels on your charts, guys. Start looking in this area for Cardano of where you want to see. But also, if we pull up that oscillator and we look at that previous high, guys, you can see where we have that high and a lower high. But if we look at the RSI, we have that extreme bearish divergence, right, where we're creating that lower high in price and that higher high on the oscillator, guys. So again, that just goes to show we're getting extremely overextended here on Cardano. This can't last, much longer. So put these levels on your charts, guys. Start looking for where we're going to start getting denied here, guys. Have these levels marked on your charts, guys. But that's what we're looking on Cardano, the lower time frames, the higher time frames, where you could be potentially looking for a short trade opportunity, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, throw a like, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.